Da-na-na, da-na-na,
Ready-do,
da-na-na,
riddle-do.
da-na-na,
Da-da-da.
da-na-na. Boom, ba-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na.
So stupid.
I know, but it's but that's so silly.
It sets the tone. Like, this is what you're getting.
This is what you're getting. 3SPN. Oh, by the way, I never updated.
Like, I want to play it on the
titles,
kazoo.
so now whatever I'm streaming is the title of whatever I streamed last night. Sorry, folks.
It's like
you'll figure it out.
I want to. You remember the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme? Somebody played it with a kazoo. I want to do that now. Play the ESPN theme with a kazoo, and make it the 3SPN theme.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Do you have a kazoo or know somebody with one?
No.
Because I'm fresh out of kazoo.
Does Whammo make kazoos? That's
Okay,
like how I predicate everything I need to
I'm
buy.
here to do a podcast and play kazoos, and I'm fresh out of fucking kazoos.
All right. So let's start with this. What's everybody's earliest sports memory?
Ooh, pissing myself in Little League.
Damn. I did shit my pants one time in Little League. Not during a game, but during practice. Like big shits. Big one, like a big one.
Like filled it.
And somebody was even like, damn, this dog shit around here? I was like, no. I mean, I didn't say anything. Luckily, I made it all the way home without anybody noticing.
Oh, you got that like scot-free?
But earliest, I did. I got away with that one. That could have been a very embarrassing moment.
Yeah. Should have been, honestly, if we're being honest.
Yeah, my dad was just
yelling at
me. Oh, did you get piss all over your drawers too? It's traumatic.
Ugh.
Yeah, my dad was
It's traumatic.
And a beater. He loved that. It's kind of his favorite.
Jesus. This is the best darn Sparks. I'm going.
the best goddamn sports show, period, is what this is.
Best dark ass parts.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. What is what's the first like professional sport you ever went to? Like first game, regardless of the sport, like the first thing you remember like being in a crowd, like seeing something.
You want to take this one, Kelsey?
I remember. Okay, go ahead.
I thought you were gonna say, I'm doing this real quick.
No,
Sorry.
I remember going to actually a Clemson game when I was I remember going to a Clemson game when I was a kid.
Go Tigers.
And I remember seeing the Tiger doing the push-ups on top of the push-ups on top of the board that the cheerleaders are holding up or whatever. And yeah, I remember that. That was a interesting memory.
Yeah, that's a weird one to start with.
Yeah.
I went to a lot of Dodger games growing up.
Everything. Uh-huh.
No, I was just saying I went to a lot of Dodger games growing up. What's up?
Did you live close to the stadium?
No, I don't live that close, but okay, here's a pretty good story. I remember so the one year my dad got his company got season tickets. So we went a lot that year. Actually for like a few years we went a lot. And I remember one year was the Rodney King riots. And my dad was just like, so I remember my mom was like just a little worried. Like looking back on it now, it's a little crazy to see like how it was looking that time. But it was like legit during like the week of the riots, like the main week, one of the main weeks. I mean, I don't remember exactly
in that city.
Like it was on the news, like cars burning in South Central and then downtown LA and then and he's like, all right, well, we'll take Cesar Chavez, I guess. I was like, I don't even know what that means. But I guess he just like he took the back way. He's like, all right, we won't take the front, we'll just take the back way.
There's an avoid the riot setting.
Avoid the riots. But they played their games, so we went.
That's also crazy to think because like there's no way if there was like riots in the city that they would be like play ball, play today. Like there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Like exactly. If it was yeah, man.
And legit right because like what we saw this past year, like some shit happened, but those fucking riots in LA, that was different. That was a completely different thing. It was explosive. It was fucking like you didn't go out. If you were not one of the rioters, you didn't go out while it was happening because it was fucking insanity. This very different experience. This time it was mostly just like woke white people with fucking signs getting pepper sprayed. Those LA riots were gnarly on both sides.
Yeah. So I went to a lot of Dodger games growing up. Darryl Strawberry, Eric Piazza, Michael Piazza, Eric Karros. Excuse me. I feel like sound like an idiot. Chan-Ho Park, Brett Butler. Brett Butler was one of my favorite Dodgers of all time because he would always try to steal home. And we would love it.
Like nobody does that.
Yeah, he'd be like, 1 year I think he was like 50% at stealing something ridiculous like that. But he tried to steal base a lot. And he did. I remember him stealing home. I remember seeing a triple play at Dodger Stadium in the early years. I remember, but honestly, my favorite memories growing up was I went to I was lucky and I don't appreciate it. I didn't appreciate it then as much as I do now. Was I got to go to a lot of Rose Bowl games. My dad also knew a guy. He knew a guy, Mr. Stivers. He worked they call him Yellow Suits in Pasadena, and that's like a city that's like just east of downtown LA, like northeast of downtown LA, or something like that. I don't know exactly. No, yeah, a little northeast.
It's just outside.
Yeah, just outside. It's one of the nice suburbs. But so that's where the Tournament of Roses is. The Rose Parade and the Rose Bowl, and the Rose Bowl is also in technically kind of like Pasadena is Pasadena, and so he was what they would call a white suit, which is like a volunteer for the city and the parade and all that stuff, and he did that thing. He was a white suit for years. It's the white suits with the red ties. They drive their little fucking motorcycles around to make sure that everybody, there's nobody fucks with the floats, and then they're all around the Rose Bowl. So he would always get us tickets.
Security.
Yeah, they're like pseudos. They're like in charge, but they're just white suits. They're not really security, but so he was one of those for years, and he was on the board. And anyway, so he would always get us tickets every single year to the Rose Bowl, and tickets in the stands for the Rose Parade, like right near the television booth. And I was in the band and stuff, so I enjoyed. Later, I played music, so I was intrigued with the bands and stuff like that for a few years. But I saw some amazing fucking games, including USC versus Texas. So I was very fortunate to be at that game. Yeah, I remember seeing Michigan. Man, there's some crazy games that I'm trying to remember now. Like Arizona, Michigan was a crazy one. I feel like, or Wisconsin. I remember seeing Michigan. Fucking Arizona won a couple times. Cal won a couple times. I went to 15 Rose Bowl games probably. But yeah, but that's how that was a lot of my childhood.
You said something about seeing a triple play. The craziest thing I've ever seen in sports live was there was a shortstop for the Braves, and he only played for them for a few years. He was stellar while he played for the Braves. For call, yes.
I did.
He single-handedly got a triple play.
Dude, he was a bad motherfucker.
He caught the ball,
tagged,
got to the plate, and tagged the runner.
Tagged runner. Wow.
And got a single-handed.
I gotta see that.
It was fucking insane. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I don't even know if I've ever seen
that game when that happened. It was fucking nuts. but I grew up. So I was born in Chicago, and then my dad was a pastor, and he also did sales. So like we traveled a lot, or moved around a lot. So I was born in Chicago, and then we moved to Alton, Illinois, which is just across the Mississippi from St. Louis. So I grew up going to. I don't remember ever like I was too. I was only like 5, I think, 4 or 5, something like that when we moved to Alton. So I don't remember going to like Cubs games or anything like that from Chicago, but I remember going to Cardinals games, and that was when Ozzie Smith played. So I got to see him right at the end of it. Was just the last couple of years of his career. He wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't doing the backflips and shit anymore. But I got to see him right at the, like towards the end, and like we got there's a picture somewhere that he signed of like me and my older brothers and my dad.
Sick.
But that was the first thing I remember, like a person that was like a sports star that I recognize and I actually got to meet, and it was like an interesting like moment. Like I vividly remember that experience, even though I was only like 5 years old.
Yeah.
But then most of my growing up, like we moved a couple years later to Atlanta, and then we lived in Atlanta for like I moved out of Atlanta when I was like 22 or something like that. So that's where most of my like Atlanta sports teams was what I really grew up on.
That team. I've only been to one pro ball game ever, Braves game, and it was that team that I saw during that time. The Raphael Furcall with Andrew Jones and Chipper. We had Gary Sheffield.
Nuts. That team was crazy. It's crazy that they didn't win like 5 World Series. It's nuts. Like they should, talent wise, they should have. They should have ran the table on that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, Kelsey, that you've only been to one professional ball game, like baseball or all sports professional. Holy shit!
I haven't done a lot, man. I really haven't, dude. I mean, I've seen. I was at the game where South Carolina beat Alabama, and
that was a hoopla. I was living in South Carolina when that happened.
Oh my god, dude, so fucking crazy.
People went fucking nuts.
Like, dude, they were so mean to us on the way out, dude. It was just, it was so rude. Yes,
absolutely. Because it was the only moment they were ever going to get, and they knew
like they'd never been there before.
Yeah, because they hadn't, and they would never be back, and they never.
How long was
the team? Was garbage.
Which year was that? I mean, I remember. Okay, that's when I was gonna say. That's when South Carolina was really good.
No, it wasn't, dude.
Really? I mean, when was
South Carolina's never been? That was the year they had Steven Garcia and like Alshon Jeffrey and Marcus
and
Lattimore and Clowney.
Lattimore, that motherfucker. That's a sad story.
Dude,
that's when they were in like the top 10, weren't they? They must have had to have been.
But also just bit like an ACL now. Like you can blow out all of the tendons in your knees, and they're like, "We got you. 6 weeks, ship shape." Doesn't even fucking matter. You can blow out the same leg, the same knee, and they're like, cool, we'll fix it again. No big deal. But literally 10 years ago,
that wasn't a thing.
That was still a career ender.
Yeah.
If you didn't naturally heal from it quickly, it was a career ender. And that poor son of a bitch, he was so fucking talented. And then he just blew him out in college, too. He didn't even play a down. Like, he got drafted, but he never ended up playing in the NFL, I don't think. Fucking crazy.
Marcus Lattimore did not.
He got signed by a team and went to the fucking DL immediately, and then just fucking retired at like 20.
I'm looking at this video of Raphael Furcall right now.
Oh, you're watching it? Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I'm streaming it. Yeah, I'm streaming it.
I'd like to see that. Hold on. I'm very close to it. By the way, guys, if anybody's out there watching, wondering what's going on right now, we're doing a new sports podcast. And we're about to have a YouTube channel for you guys to all subscribe to for that. But we're using our channels to tell you about that. So by the time you see this, if you're not seeing it now, like new, and you've made it this far, we're gonna have a YouTube channel in the description for you all to go and subscribe to. We're gonna be streaming this stuff on. Stefan.
Yeah. Like, or what do we think about Stephon Diggs? Is he going to finish in the top 10, the top 5 of receiving this year?
Top 5. Well, let's see.
Let's say top 5 in receiving yards.
Okay, so top 5, you've got Nuke, DeAndre Hopkins. You've got, I think Julio Jones is going to have 2 more insane seasons with the Titans just because he's still got it. And he just, like, Atlanta's done. Like, Atlanta was just a fucking, like, it's just a sad wasteland. So, like, he needed to get the fuck out of there. But I think he's going to go the fuck off. I think he's going to have 2 really good seasons in Tennessee. So, you've got those 2.
Hey, you got him and Derrick Henry down there, right?
There. Derrick Henry, Antonio Brown, and Julio Jones. I mean, maybe they're all past their, maybe not.
Antonio Brown,
Derrick Henry's not. But
I don't know that Antonio Brown is pushing for yards anyway. Like, that's not. He's just going to be a touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like
he's there just guy. He's a targets guy and a high percentage guy. Like, you know, I mean, if anything, he's going to be the opposite. It's going to be like Antonio's going to get you those quick little slant routes in the middle of the field. He's going to get pummeled probably here every 10 minutes.
You're not sailing him 70 yards downfield.
Yeah, and then you're gonna run the ball heavy, and then you're gonna try and get Julio Jones in the end zone. Because I think the biggest knock right now on Jones is because of his injuries. He's lost speed, and so he's not quite as effective downfield like as he used to be. Like being effective downfield and have the height. Not to say he can't do that. I mean, the guy is still obviously he's gonna play. He's gonna play for a top, potentially top, 5 team right now, maybe top 6 or 7. But realistically, if you go over the last couple of years, I mean, Tennessee's been a great team. I think it's gonna be good. I think they're gonna have a great season.
Okay, so that's the top.
But yes, Diggs, top 5, you think? Or what are we thinking here? Receiving yards. Well, he should be great.
Who was?
I mean, Tyreek Hill has potential.
Who was the other wide receiver that was in the ESPN top 100? Like, he was in the top 5 or top 10. They actually had him over DeAndre Hopkins. I think. Fuck, what's his name? Shit.
Who do you play for?
I don't know.
I'll look it up right now.
By the way, we have a YouTube channel now.
All right, everybody go to the YouTube channel. So that next time we stream, everybody can watch us from there.
I put the link in the general chat there.
All right. Let's see this real quick.
Yeah, let's look at this. I want to see this.
The runners are going.
Runner goes. Oh, nice catch. Goosh. Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
bad man right there, dude.
I is lonesome, just like me. I got it. Don't worry. I got it, guys.
That we have seen an unassisted triple play.
They don't seem as excited as like you think you'd be.
As you fucking should be, yeah. That's way cooler than a grand slam because I've only seen that happen once ever.
He starts to lean, and that's an excellent job there by.
See, nowadays they'd be playing some fucking crazy shift. Everybody would be in right field or left field or something, or What's with these shifts? Do we need them all? Does every single shift
What's
necessary?
with all these shifts?
Is that Adam's? Is that what Adam Chef's wife said at his wedding? Okay, never mind.
It was
what?
Off a bridge right now. I'll see myself off a bridge. But anyway, what about you, Gabe? Like, okay, or what was Did you play any ball growing up? Like any type of ball? I only played like Little League baseball, and then I wrestled.
Yeah, so I played baseball through like I don't know, third grade maybe. Um, but then I was homeschooled a lot. And when I wasn't, I went to like little shitty Christian schools in the back of a like Baptist church. So like there was no
Hell
sports.
yeah.
Just I didn't have access to it. And then when I was in high school, the only sport that we had at our high school was soccer. And I played, but I was already I was too tall and too big for
Big
soccer. Yeah.
soccer ball.
Yeah, and then I drove by that school like 10 years later and they've got a football field where the soccer field used to be. I'm like, "Where were you fucks when I
It just
needed
seems like
you?"
a weird
I would
choice.
have
I mean, it
destroyed
must have been really
football. I
cheap.
would have absolutely destroyed football. I would have
Yeah.
been great at it.
All
But
right, here's a field and here's a ball. That's really all you need, and like 4 cones. That's really like all you need for soccer.
I played 8-man league football at Christian school.
I enjoyed soccer though. I did. If I had been built for it, it would have been a lot more fun, but I enjoyed the game. I follow it still to this day, but just because I enjoyed the experience.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm actually a big soccer fan too, but it just seems like, you know, in the Midwest. Where did you grow up in the Midwest? In the South? The Mid South? The Southwest?
Yeah, that was by the time I was in Atlanta at that point.
Atlanta. So that's yeah. So the
Not actually in the
Yeah.
city of Atlanta. I lived in
just
the suburbs.
outside.
Yeah.
In the burbs.
Yep. Old
Hmm.
Gwinnett County.
Old Peachtree.
So yeah, I grew up on we were super fucking poor, so like we didn't go too many things. Braves games were the only things that I remember, but it was like we would win tickets and go, or like somebody like that my dad worked with had tickets or something, or somebody at the church or something like that. So we would go do something like that occasionally, but that was the only thing that we ever did. I went to a Falcons game. I sold cars when I was in my early 20s, and my GM had season tickets to the Falcons games. And he had season tickets for like a decade. So his seats were on the 40-yard line, two rows back. And he took me to a game, and I got to see Michael Vick play. And it
Sick.
was
That's wild, dude.
that guy moved like to this day. I don't like some of his success did have to do with the fact that he was the first person to ever do that, and now that's been repeated, so defenses are built to handle that. It's a little different, but the way that man runs is like he moves different than anybody I've ever seen play the game. He was so fast and so loose. It was fucking incredible. It's so
He's my
sad
favorite
that like
quarterback.
obviously, whatever, like, he was guilty of a crime, went to jail, whatever. But like it's so fucking sad
It is time.
that the prime of his career
Yeah.
was wasted because he was that good. What was it, like 3 years in, 2 years in when he went to fucking prison?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't in his pro at all. He would have been unstoppable, but stopped him.
All right, let's do some okay, I have a question here.
All
All right. Let's do NFL. All right.
right.
Let's go. First of all, I'm gonna go through week 1 matchups, and you guys tell me who wins.
Oh
Just gonna go
yeah, I
straight.
like this.
Just go straight. Who's gonna win? All right. Let's start in the order of it's gonna be here. Let's do this. There's schedule. Okay, here we go. All right. Starting with the 10 a.m. games. All right, Philly at Atlanta.
Philly. I don't see Atlanta winning any games this season.
It's that bad, huh?
Yeah, it's a dumpster fire.
It's that bad.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Matt Ryan is overpaid and under delivering. he should have been gone, but they paid him too much money to get rid of him now. Like they're stuck. They're kind of stuck with him just because, like, who the fuck's gonna take that deal? But
Do you think he's shell shocked from the
Yeah.
Super Bowl? Is that what it is?
I think it's that mixed with the fact that, like, that was his best effort. Like that was his best shot,
Yeah.
and they came up short. It's not like, oh, I'll do better. Like that was it. That was the best you're ever gonna see from Matt Ryan.
That's crazy.
That was it.
That's so crazy.
It's been a hard downturn consistently since then. It's insane that they gave him the contract that they gave him. Like it doesn't make any sense at all.
Like I am not at all gonna sit here and compare Matt Ryan to Tiger Woods, but I'm gonna make a specific comparison, which is it's between the years, a lot of it, because it has to be. Because remember when he stopped fucking all those girls? He just wasn't the same. He just had to be himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
damn,
fucking poor Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I think it's done. I don't think there's any reason to believe that he's got another Super Bowl run at all for sure. But I don't even know how many playoff runs he's got left in him.
Not
Really?
not without Julio.
Especially without Julio now.
Not without Julio now, and
ago.
you didn't solve anything with a tight end pick.
No.
With the fourth pick of the fucking draft. Like here's what I think happened. I think they were all sitting around in that room and they were like, number 4, I think we can do better next year. Let's pick a tight end. Fuck it. Let's lose all our games next season and then we'll pick first.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen to Atlanta. They're garbage. Hot garbage.
So is Michael Vick potentially the greatest quarterback to not win a ring?
No,
I mean,
Marino.
Dan Marino's in that conversation. Obviously, that's the obvious answer. But I would say he's got to be in the conversation for sure. Yeah. I mean, those Philly years, he was never fully what he was in Atlanta, even. So like.
Yeah.
But yeah, him and Dan Marino, that's basically number 1 and number 2,
Dude,
however you want to order.
Michael Vick, just everything that happened, and I know that the dog shit is shitty, but just I hate the fact that he got so close. Like he was so good. That 30 for 30 on him. About like getting to the fucking getting as far as he got and everybody doubting him the whole way. They always make those documentaries like that, don't they? Mm-hmm. So you're very sure to understand that people doubted him the whole way.
What about? I mean, you might even be able to make a better argument for Donovan and McNabb being a better choice than.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. You know what I was thinking? Maybe we should.
He was a great quarterback.
Put Joe Flacco in that conversation.
Joe Flacco won one.
I know. He's the worst quarterback to have ever won. He's the other end of the spectrum.
Second Super Bowl, but you can't take the body at work. But like that game specifically, I mean, that game was horrific.
Yeah,
I have to admit. I mean, the guy threw for 150 yards. That was crazy.
And it felt like a setup. Like, oh, the two brothers just happened to end up playing each other in the Super Bowl. Like that just happened to happen.
Wait, was it against Eli?
No. The coaches. It was the Harbaughs playing against.
I was gonna say it wasn't against Eli. Yeah, exactly.
And it was the one. It was like the 1 year that Jim Harbaugh coached in the NFL. And
only other time,
peace out.
Only other time it happened was when Rex Ryan and Rob Ryan.
I was gonna say I didn't know if did they play each other in the Super Bowl.
I don't know if it was a Super Bowl. Might have been a playoff.
They just played each other.
No. Harbaugh did San Francisco. I'm talking about Denver. It wasn't Harbaugh. Harbaugh didn't.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Baltimore.
Peyton Manning. No, I was talking about Peyton Manning's last
Joe
Super Bowl
Flacco.
win with Denver. How
Got
like
it.
atrocious his game was.
Yes, he was terrible. He was done. Yeah, he was. Okay, that's where we got crossed because I thought we were still talking about Flacco.
No,
Got it.
okay, there we go. Flacco, yeah.
Yeah.
Flacco versus Kaepernick, which should have
So
been Alex Smith's job. Bullshit.
fuck. What was the thing? You said something earlier, and I had a thought.
Well, the well, you don't agree at all about Donovan McNabb being the best that didn't win one?
Okay, so here's my little conspiracy theory with Michael Vick. So I think what happened with Michael Vick is he lied to Arthur Blank's face. Because Ray Lewis killed 2 guys. And then he got to keep playing football.
Yeah.
Because money and power supersedes everything. And they knew Ray Lewis were going to get him some rings. So somebody pulled some strings and some shadiness happened. And he fucking got away with literal murder. Or self-defense or whatever the fuck. But he stabbed 2 teenagers until they weren't alive anymore. So Mike Vick just had a partial ownership in a dogfighting ring. He wasn't like the guy out there running it. His cousin fucking ran it, and he just like provided the funds and like went out there every once in a while to be like, "We still fighting? All right, cool." So,
what's up, dogs?
I think what happened was they had one of those like damage assessment meetings in a back room somewhere. And Arthur Blank was like, did you do it? Like, are you connected? And I think Michael Vick lied to his face. And then when he found out it was true, or they found out that he lied to him, he was like, you get what you get. I'm not stepping in and doing nothing. Because there's absolutely no reason why that level of money and influence couldn't have gotten him. He went to fucking Leavenworth.
Which he went to way worse than 12 and 13
prison for being associated with a dogfighting ring. That you cannot tell me there wasn't some like extra lessons being learned there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think anyway, so that's my conspiracy theory, is that he lied to Arthur Blank, and Arthur Blank was like, lock him up, fuck him.
Yo, I mean, also too, these owners, bro, they get away. Dude, imagine the shit Jim Irsay.
Italian as fuck. Like, he's got, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying he's mafia connected, but like he's got some mafia like brain. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, you lied to me. You're out of the family.
I give you this, but then I gotta turn my back.
The best is like. First of all, Jim Irsay has gotten popped with like DUIs and pills like multiple times. There was another fucking coach that just got let go right now, or like from a few days ago, that just got a DUI or something like that from something. But I forgot the story. But dude, I remember seeing that episode of Parks and Rec with Jim Irsay when they bring him to the Indianapolis Stadium, and he goes, and his eyes are bloodshot red, and he's talking to Chris Pratt. And he goes, "Hi, Andy. Look at you. You're so big. You could play a little ball yourself." And it's like, oh, dude, this guy's fucked up.
Like, done. Like, gone. Like, he's got no brain left. It's not working.
Like, he's just like, hey, you look like you could have played some ball. Wrecked.
Man, you know what's crazy? Speaking about looking like you could have played some ball, we were talking about it earlier. Like, I was always kind of giant. Like, I got pretty much almost the size I am now when I was like 16. Like, I think most giant people do. Mm-hmm. And I just didn't get it. I was dumb. I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. Like, I didn't understand the rules of the game. I didn't understand what my fucking
Just didn't connect.
job was, and that's in any sport, not just in football, like baseball, same. Like, I just didn't know what to do. I didn't understand the game. I don't know. It was just kind of embarrassing for my dad, I'm pretty sure. But
That's the way that soccer was. So my dad played semi-pro soccer in Chicago. He was real good, and then he blew out his knees, and then he couldn't play anymore. So like same. Like I was just he would. So there's two types of. He was my coach for a little while, and there's two types of coach's son experience, right?
yeah.
There's the kid that you're like you watch the whole time and you're like, he's starting, he's out there the whole game. This motherfucker's terrible. And then he runs over and like leans on the coach, and the coach pats him on the head. Hey son, you're like, coach's son. Got it. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
He's garbage, and the coach is the only one who doesn't see it. Got it. Cool. And then there's the coach's son that has to stay after for 2 hours and keep running.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to work twice as hard to impress me at all. Yeah, that was my experience.
Yeah.
Like literally my practice, everybody else left practice, and my dad was like, we got 2 more hours of running.
I got really lucky in growing up in T-ball. Well, not T-ball, but Little League, because I was pretty much on the Dodgers every single year because I don't even remember how it worked out that way. But every year I was because each league is 2 years. So in the first year, I was always with this guy, Coach Roy Ball. And he had this like crew with him of just like, little baby training monsters. Like we did this whole, who are we, Dodgers? What are we? The Big Blue Wrecking Crew. What do we do? Win. Like he had us all on that shit. And when I was in my first year of every league, so like Mustang, Bronco, and Pony, they get older. They're all horses. But like the coach's son was always the best pitcher in like the league for like all like growing up. And I remember this kid, he had like the highest curving, like not really curving, but the highest arcing like breaking ball I'd ever seen. Like the way he'd like just throw this ball, like launch it, and it would just slowly arc right for a strike. And nobody could ever hit it, and I was always so confused. But dude, I mean, Little League's crazy, dog. Nothing ever really crazy went down when I was playing, but I remember having some good times and making some nice catches and getting some decent hits. But I wasn't anything crazy. I mean, I remember one year, my friend Gabe got a hit at every single bat. I mean, it's not that hard in Little League. Looking back on it now, you just have to be a little bigger than everybody and not be scared of the ball.
Yeah.
But they fucking, dude, he just every single time went up to bat, he got on base at least once. He got at least on a single. But yeah.
So we are also stoned. We got one game into the pick'em.
No, all right, Kelsey, here. Philly or Atlanta?
Is that what we were doing? Fuck, sorry.
Yeah, dude. We got one game in.
Philly or
and
Atlanta?
Then talked about the entire history of Atlanta.
Philly
instead
at
of
Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Philly or Atlanta. Yeah, I gotta, as bad as it hurts, I gotta pick Philly for that one too.
Let's go to Odd Shark. Let's see what the odds are, the betting odds.
By the way, we're getting all kinds of praises for the podcast name.
Yeah, all right.
Nice.
3SPN. All right, here we go. Thursday game, Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Dallas is a 6-point favorite.
Dallas is the favorite?
Excuse me, I'm an idiot. Tampa Bay is a 6-point favorite.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes more sense. I would say
it does.
I think Dallas is still too dysfunctional to count on them.
Yeah.
beating
I'd
Tampa
say
Bay.
they're between a 6 and an 8-point favorite, actually. Tampa Bay is what the odds show. Yeah, obviously you got to go with Tampa Bay there. I did draft Tom Brady, so I'm happy about that. And damn, I'm really surprised. Like,
As much as I wanted him to flop when he left New England, so I could be right all those years when I was like, it's just the system. Fucking garbage. He's gonna play until he's 57. That son of a bitch.
dude,
Fucking
Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm rooting for him now, though. I couldn't when he was a Patriot, but now I can root for him.
I can't believe Ezekiel Elliott went like very deep in our draft
kitchen?
went very deep in our draft before anybody picked him, and his average draft spot has dropped a little bit. And then I saw how much his thighs have shrunk, and I was astonished.
Yeah.
I mean, his thighs look half the size almost. It's crazy.
His thighs look half the size.
That's the name of the.
That's a
porno
new
too.
podcast name. We're changing the podcast name to His Thighs Look
Half
Half
the size
the Size.
Half the size thighs. Okay.
Half the
All
size,
right.
yeah.
Sunday.
So where are we? Who is that? Dallas and who?
No, yeah. So Dallas and at Tampa.
Oh, of course.
And it's at Tampa also.
I don't
then
know,
yeah,
actually. Let's see
double-
here.
double up on
Yeah,
Tampa.
it is at Tampa. Yeah.
Of course.
All right. I mean, I'm assuming
They'll
it
be
is
lucky
because
they can
it's
cover.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Is it in alphabetical order though? Here, fuck. I don't know if it is. Let's see. Yeah, look. Oh no, it's not in alphabetical order. Okay, cool. Right.
You need to keep a tally and make this a game.
Yeah, I'm down. All right, Arizona at Tennessee. Is it? Yeah, Arizona at Tennessee. Arizona, Tennessee's getting a minus 1.5.
Yeah, I gotta
Between
go with them
1.5 3.
Titans on that one.
Yeah, see, that's tough because that's two of like basically the top two wide receivers going up against each other. Both with good but not proven to be great yet quarterbacks.
Kyler Murray, Chase Edmonds, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, Christian Kirk. I mean, it's three really good wide receivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna split this one. I'm gonna go Arizona.
They added JJ Watt.
Yeah, I think he's still got a couple good years in him. Yeah, I'm gonna say Arizona on this one.
Marcus Golden. Interesting here. Yeah, very interesting.
Who you got, Dave?
Jackson. I with Arizona, Tennessee. Yeah, that's a sneaky game though for Tennessee to lose, but I am gonna say Tennessee edges them out. Jacksonville at Houston. Jacksonville is nearly a 3-point favorite. Dude, Houston's gonna be a dumpster fire. Houston's easily gonna be the worst team in the league.
None of it? Yeah, no, they're gonna lose all of their games.
Okay, here we go.
Even Jacksonville?
Who wins their first game? Who gets their first game? Okay, who wins their first game of the season first? Houston or Atlanta?
I would say Atlanta before Houston.
Yeah. Houston's going to be
But
terrible.
it's going to be a while for both of them.
Did they just say Deshaun Watson's going to start, though, for Houston, but he's not going to play?
No, dude, he's out.
No.
He's gone. He's out.
No, Tyrod Taylor is starting.
Have they come to any conclusion about his...
I don't think they have. He's staying on the roster, though. He's not. They're not taking him off the roster. He's part of the 53-man roster. I just saw the news yesterday. Let's see here.
Oh, he's still on. He's still on the depth chart. That's weird.
They're keeping him on.
Who'd you pick for Atlanta, Philly, Dave?
For Atlanta, Philly, yeah, I'll go Philadelphia, and then so I'll go Philadelphia, Tampa, Philadelphia, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Okay. Let's see here. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Obviously, I think Buffalo minus 6.5 favorite At Pittsburgh. This is one that is a sneaky game, though. I mean, Pittsburgh's not terrible, of course. I mean, they have, we got their shit. Let's see here. I want to see who the Houston's starting.
Is Pittsburgh not terrible though?
I mean, so what did they come to the conclusion with their offensive line? Was it good or was it shitty? I don't know. I can never tell these things. I'm never good with offensive lines.
I can never tell. I will say this. Ben Roethlisberger is like historically disappointing, but I saw him throw one of the best football games I've ever seen anybody throw with like a broken thumb one time, but it was one time. I don't know. I never bought into that hype. I don't know. Every time I want to pick against the Steelers just because. But
I mean that's fair. Like I get that. Same with the Patriots. The Patriots.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Them patties.
That
old
old
patties.
That old shortening that everybody does. The Pates.
Yeah, yeah. The old infamous nickname of the Patriots.
So, dude, I went to New Hampshire to visit my sister probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And we're at a fucking, don't ask why, but we're at a Boy Scout merit badge ceremony on a Sunday. And somebody has their phone, they're watching the Patriots game. And while the ceremony is going on, Antonio Brown scores his touchdown with the Patriots, and they just went, Antonio Brown scored a touchdown, and you just hear, go Pats, go Pats, go Pats, go Pats. It's pretty funny.
That's fucking amazing. Okay, so you got Pitt?
Yeah. No, I don't have Pitt in this one. I'm going to go Buffalo. Buffalo is going to be one of the best teams in the NFL, I think. I don't think they lose their opener at home. I don't think so, but maybe. No, I don't think so. Minnesota at Cincinnati. Well, what did you guys think? Pittsburgh at Buffalo.
I've definitely got Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got Buffalo in that one.
Okay. Minnesota at Cincinnati.
Man.
So I think Cincinnati.
The Bengals they had that one year where they were undefeated for like so long.
Like 9 games or something, yeah.
Let's see who they got playing. Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. I'm telling you, T. Higgins, he's that guy for sure.
Oh, Joe Burrow.
I mean, Tyler Boyd's solid
wish
too.
They still had that son of a bitch.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know. I don't think Cincinnati. I think Minnesota takes this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Is Brett Favre starting?
Brett Favre.
Yeah, Cincinnati for sure.
Gabe?
Yeah, I've got Cincinnati.
Yeah. All right. San Francisco at Detroit. San Francisco at Detroit is a 7-point favorite. 7.5 to about 8, I guess. 7.5.
Picking the favorite on that one.
San Francisco. Same there, Gabe. Fan?
Yeah. I think that's gonna be. I think Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence are both gonna come out of the gate.
Okay, here's some dangerous money. Seattle at Indianapolis. Indianapolis getting a 1.5 favorite, which means that on a neutral field they would be about probably a 2.5 to 3 point. No, hold on. They give the home team 3 points. So this game, they think that the home field's really gonna take a little advantage here. So I mean, I would say that they think that the game is pretty even. They give the slight edge at home to Indianapolis. So Seattle plus 1.5. It's a slim line, but what do y'all think?
That's a tough one.
Indianapolis does look good. I mean, you can't deny that.
Yeah, I'll give them the slight edge just because they're at home. That's it. I think otherwise that's a
A
toss.
A
toin, a
coin
toin
Killing
toss.
it.
toss.
Killing it tonight.
You know what? I'll
That's
split
a
this
coin
one
toss
with
of a
you.
game
I'll split this one with
otherwise,
you.
but I think yeah, you
Yeah, I
going
mean, here's the thing: is like, I just think that typically like an Indianapolis offense may not be up to par with how fast okay, not fast, but like Seattle's defense might be more up to par than Indianapolis's offense in the first game. You know, because I kind of get this. I always get this feeling, sort of, that it takes a few games for the offenses to really catch up with the defenses, and like for that playbook to really open up after, especially depending on who the quarterback is. And with Russell Wilson, he's gonna have a full playbook at his. I don't know if I don't know if I don't even know what's happening with Carson Wentz. And is Carson Wentz starting?
That's a good question. I don't even know.
Says Carson Wentz, this is 5 days ago, went through 11 on 11 drills on Thursday's practice. Snooze.
Carson Wentz was expected to return to full team.
Did he scrimmage?
Well, he's supposed to be in the game, I guess. Week 1 starter. Okay.
I am.
Did we all pick Jacksonville? Did anybody pick Houston?
I did not.
I mean, I said Houston, kind of jokingly, but I don't know, man.
You never know.
Yeah, I said Houston, and then all the things that y'all said kind of made me feel like a dummy for having said it. And I was like,
Are you
No, I
switching?
mean,
Are you
look,
switching? I'm typing it in. I was that one behind, so you get this one chance to switch.
no, you know what? I'm a man of my word. I said Houston.
hey, man, you know,
Houston
I
it
don't
is.
know.
I'm a
All
man
right.
of my word because I know I'm an Alabama fan. I know the Trevor Lawrence is in Jacksonville now,
Okay.
but I'm an Alabama fan.
I was
So-
there. I was so we lived in San Jose for 3 years, and I was there when Trevor Lawrence absolutely
Yeah, I remember.
embarrassed Alabama as a freshman. I watched it live. It was fucking amazing. That's the best game of any sport I've ever been to in my life. 44-16. It was an absolute
I remember.
goddamn blowout, and it was delightful.
I
It was
remember.
amazing.
I remember.
It was wonderful.
All right, Seattle, Indianapolis. What are we going? I'm actually going to go with Seattle here. I'm going to go with the 1.5
I'm
point
going with
underdog.
Seattle for sure.
Gabe?
Yeah,
You
I'm
already
taking
picked yours?
Indy.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I just wanted to make sure. All right, let's see here. All right, Indy there. Okay. Chargers at Washington. I'm going to go out on a limb here, even though Chargers looked really good last year. -1 favorite at home at Washington. I'm fucking picking Washington.
Yeah.
I like Washington, dude.
I don't hate
Something,
that
about,
pick.
football
something about
club?
that. Something about that racism. Just, I love it.
I swear to God, if they come for my goddamn Braves, I'm gonna lose my shit. And they
You
will.
know they're coming.
And they
you
will.
know they're coming. Yeah.
I
They're
don't
coming.
think that Atlanta
definitely
will
coming.
change though.
They might just have to clean it up a little bit. They'll be like the Braves, but they'll no longer do like they'll no longer have the tomahawk. They'll use they'll make it a generic baseball, like with the Brave and with the S comes underneath. I know, Chop Nation. I know. I mean, I love hearing that 45 times a game. Oh,
Hey,
I didn't find out until like I don't know 5 or 6 years ago that Deion Sanders brought that to the Braves.
Oh, what?
That's
even
that's
mean?
the Florida State.
Is it?
attack thing. He brought that from Florida State to the Atlanta Braves.
Well,
He
why would
made
Florida-
that the Atlanta Braves thing.
Why would Florida State do that?
They're the
The
Seminoles.
Seminoles.
Oh shit! Okay, I never
He
seen them really do
literally
that.
that's where that came from in Braves lore.
Do they not do that
Deion
anymore?
Sanders
Hey, dude.
single-handedly brought that to their team.
That's
Fucking
crazy.
ridiculous.
That's a pretty haunting fucking thing to hear when you're fucking.
It is. It is
when you're in
absolutely.
that stadium, bro, and
Uh-huh.
especially if you're out there losing to them.
Yeah. It's
By the
even
way,
it's
we
even
won
more
tonight.
haunting with Florida State, like because then it's twice as many people, and you're like fucking football stadium noise is another thing. It's because the way that it's built to just all like
On top of each other.
Cauldron.
oh, it's fucking amazing. It's so good.
That's part of the reason why the Seahawks stadium is so good, because of how incrementally high it gets quickly, how escalated it is. It's like everybody's
Yeah.
right on top of each other.
It's crazy. It's very uncomfortable when you're like walking up to your seats.
Yeah, and
Whoa.
walking down. I mean,
I'm gonna
it's-
fall off. I'm just gonna fall. I'm gonna.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it
man.
is.
Dude, when we went to Williams-Brice Stadium to watch Alabama inevitably lose to fucking South Carolina,
Uh-huh.
like I was in the highest point of that stadium, like as high up as you could
Yeah.
go. And then my
Yeah.
dad and my uncle we got 3 seats, and there were like just spots on the concrete, like with a spray painted number to say where it was at the highest peak in the stadium. And I was like, y'all take those seats. I'm going to go stand up here at this column and just watch this fucking nonsense go down. But, dude, 3 fat men walking to the highest point in the fucking
Yeah.
stadium was just, it's laughable.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
And
I,
those tickets were
I also
$150
sat
bucks
in the
each.
highest section. I watched Clemson game there. I was fortunately I got to leave there victorious, which I don't know if that's better because they were throwing
Yeah.
from when me and my buddy were walking out, and he got the tickets because he's military, or he was a
Yeah.
Marine at the time, and like we're walking out and he's like he's in camos and shit. And they're just fucking throwing cups and all kinds of shit at us from the top deck. Like, just like, fuck you guys.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We were supposed to when we
cool.
in the 8th
But also,
grade.
like, you were never going to fucking win. You trash.
Yeah. When I was in the 8th grade, we went on our our intermediate school trip. It was like Boston, New York, and Washington D.C. And we actually we were gonna go to a Yankees game, but because the Yankees were playing the Red Sox, they wouldn't let us go because it would get too crazy. So we had to go to a fucking Mets game, and it was like Mets versus like
Ain't nobody getting crazy.
the
at a
White
Mets
Sox
game.
or something. Yeah, it was not White Sox, but I don't remember. It was like Mets versus nobody. I was so pissed. Not so pissed. I mean, I was pissed because I knew, Boston, New York was like the thing to go to in New York, especially.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
But also, you might not make it out alive.
Yeah. They're like,
Which is why it's
crazy.
such an exciting experience.
Yeah,
But
they're
also,
like, it's too crazy.
Dude, I love rivalries so much. Like, I think the Yankees, Red Sox, Alabama, Auburn, like Carolina, Clemson's pretty strong. North Carolina, Duke. I love good
it
rivalries.
was Carolina Clemson was stronger when they were winning
Yeah.
some, but it's been a while.
That 5 in a row streak that Spurrier pulled off.
Yeah, but it's as soon as he was gone, they haven't won one since.
I think
And that was just because he had his whole career in his book, and he had plays for days, and Dabo was just learning. Like, that was literally his first 5 seasons.
Yeah, dude, because he was interim for like after Tommy got fired.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, wasn't Dabo the interim coach for like the remainder of the season? He was
no, it was
for
only
his
for
job.
a few games. They gave it to him like pretty quick.
Yeah. What's up, Stosh?
But
But yeah, dude. And I know we'll get back to the NFL picks in a second, but while we're on the subject here, Steve Spurrier couldn't get out of his own fucking way. Dude, he fucking should have gave that boy Steven Garcia, right? Garcia? That was his name, right? Steven Garcia. He should have gave that boy a bottle of vodka and a case of fucking beer every game and let him play football, because that kid came out with Marcus Lattimore and Alshon Jeffrey and beat an Alabama team that had fucking Trent Richardson. I'm pretty sure that Amari or Julio one was on that team. Like,
yeah, it was one or the other.
Damn,
dude,
Trent
like,
Richardson
there was
a
so
fall from grace.
many beasts on that Alabama squad. Like, there were so many monsters on that squad. Like, I could NFL starters on that team. And somehow Steven Garcia hung over, who was taking shots at 5 points the night before till 3 a.m., came in and beat arguably one of the greatest college football teams ever, bar the 2003 Miami Hurricanes. But, like, that's
I'll put that Clemson team up
that
there.
Clemson team is big, dude. Y'all had fucking ETN and Trevor
but also that whole defense.
Yeah,
you had Carlos, you had Watkins, and you had like that whole team was stacked front to back. That was the line on both sides was incredibly stacked. Like, yeah, I'll put that team up with pretty much anybody.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to have done what they did to Alabama.
Yeah, dude, that was
You
tough.
know.
But I gotta
And
say, I think
like
we've earned
Alabama
that.
in an off year. Like
That was
one
a
of
strong
the
team.
best Alabama teams that has ever played.
You know what I think fucked up, dude? I think Nick Saban fucked up by not giving Jalen Hurts the ball. He had earned his right to fucking right to come in and play that game, but I say but I know, but he had earned his right. We didn't fucking get it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's finish this up real quick.
Yep. Good job, Dave.
He's like, you guys are gonna keep talking college football. Back to the list. Fuck
No. I'll. That's why you guys talk. Do whatever you gotta do. I'll jump in. Like when you said Watkins, were you talking about Sammy Watkins?
No, Carlos Watkins,
Okay.
defender.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Although I was there when my wife was going to college. Was when Sammy Watkins played and Deshaun Watkins played and DeAndre Hopkins played. So I got to see all of those.
DeAndre Hopkins, goddamn, dude.
Holy
That's
shit.
a fucking unit.
And Martavis Bryant, which is one of the saddest NFL stories. That motherfucker's playing in Canada because of weed.
I see you. Speaking of Canada, I see you out there, Stosh.
Remember when what's his name took over the NFL world by being like, what was it, Josh Gordon? Remember Josh Gordon?
Oh, Josh Gordon? You mean the NFL's dealer?
The NFL's weed dealer. And I remember the Reddit Fantasy Football League loved him. Thought he was the Messiah, pretty much.
He was the modern day Ricky Williams.
Ricky Williams, yeah. That was again, same thing. Sad, a guy with insane level of talent who just
All right, here we go.
Preferred pills and they weren't okay with it. All right, so
we're doing. I'm taking Washington.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Just I don't know, man. I don't
West Coast team traveling East Coast.
I don't know. Team without a name. I don't think you're gonna win without a name, dude. Like,
yeah, how do you win?
How you win a game without a name, bro?
I'm actually gonna go Chargers as well,
okay.
only because I don't know, like I can't think of a single thing that Washington's got going for.
I pick these things like a girl.
Like really, I was thinking about it. I was like, who's their quarterback? Who's their wide receiver? 1 and 2. Who's their running back? I was like, I don't know the answers to any of those questions. So,
All right, New York Jets at Carolina. I'm actually gonna go with the Jets here.
Oh, yeah?
I think they're upsetting Carolina.
I think I'm taking the old Panthers, man. The old Charlotte club.
The Panthers feel like Houston. They feel too much in disarray. I mean, I know the Jets live there.
They live there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They've been there
The
forever.
Jets at least are
They're
familiar
so
with the
used to
terrain.
disarray.
I think the Panthers are too upside down right now. They've been through 9 quarterbacks in the last 3 seasons and 3 head coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they're still reeling. I'm gonna pick the Jets. It's probably the only game I would safely pick the Jets, but yeah, I'm gonna give.
And this isn't. It's something about Carolina seems like paper champions, sort of a thing. Like, or not. Maybe that's not the right word, but something about them seems like soft. Machete. Is that what it's called? Machete.
Soft like a kitty cat.
Paper mache.
Yeah,
machete.
not,
What the fuck is mache? Paper mache.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of feels like.
But also, a paper machete wouldn't be very useful either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That would just fall apart.
Machete was the Irish version of machete. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, I'll be here all night. Cleveland at Kansas City. I don't think anybody here is gonna pick Kansas City to lose, but I am.
Oh,
I'm picking Cleveland to win this game.
okay. Well, I will be the first one to say I'm going to pick the other team.
Now, I would definitely take Cleveland. I would take. I don't know. Plus 5.5 doesn't seem like a big enough line for. I mean, it's a season opener, but like, I feel like Kansas City, on paper and everything, should maybe be an 8-point favorite. But they both. I mean, look at the odds here. I mean, I don't know. They give them. Let's say they give them 3 points. That means on a neutral field, they're only maybe about a 3-point difference. I don't know.
That seems
I'm
way
taking
closer
Cleveland.
than yeah.
I'm taking Cleveland here.
All right.
I'm just taking a dumb luck guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've I just can't trust Cleveland. Like,
Fair enough.
I mean, here's the thing.
They're fun to want to believe in, right?
This is the game that they would win for no reason.
And then lose a bunch of.
Like,
It
here's
is.
the thing. Dave's gonna be right because this is the game that Cleveland has no business to win. So that's the one they will. But I gotta go with Kansas City. Just
Yeah.
God,
gonna
that
be-
ESPN would be so hilarious to watch for that week if they did beat Kansas City out of nowhere and then like lose to
everybody,
Atlanta the next week.
Let's
or
just-
whatever.
Yeah, let's just say they're gonna make it. It's gonna be a close game. I think. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think Cleveland has a great front five for their offensive line, and I think that they have enough weapons with Odell and whoever the fuck to. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
I'm gonna pick old Mahomie and crew.
Yeah, Mahomes good. I mean, he's great. He's amazing. All right, Green Bay at New Orleans. So Green Bay is actually the underdog in this game. Minus 1.5 for New Orleans. Let's see what they were working with here. Let's look at the depth chart.
Yeah, I mean they've got. So that was the answer earlier. I said something about the other when we were talking about the top 5 wide receivers. They've still got. Oh wait, no.
Jameis Winston, Kamara, obviously. Callaway, Traquan Smith,
What is that?
Deontay Harris.
Stupid.
I don't
I
know.
So
I mean, Jameis.
yeah no.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this line is coming from.
Devontae Adams. That was the other. That was the
Devontae, yeah,
Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
in the. So
I'm taking
yeah,
Green Bay.
he was number 8 in the NFL top 100.
Yeah,
That was the whatever. So
yeah. I mean, I gotta go Green Bay here too. I mean, look at this offense. I mean, I'm not so sure how bad their defense is, but they run a 3-4 base. But
New Orleans
Aaron
first
Rodgers-
year without old Drewby, like
yeah, what's that going to be like?
yeah.
is it the first year without
Yeah,
him?
He just retired last year.
Oh well, yeah, but last year he also missed a bunch of games too, didn't he?
Yeah, he only
He
played
did.
like the second half of the season because he was injured.
Yeah, he got injured. I remember because I think I had him last year.
I think he cracked a couple ribs, didn't he?
Yeah,
But still, that whole team, that whole offense was molded around him, and Jameis Winston ain't Drew
Yeah.
Brees, so
Oh, you don't think?
I mean,
Yeah.
they are not. This is not the same.
No.
yeah. Well, I wonder why this line is so crazy. That's such a crazy line.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gotta be wrong then. That must be a typo. Because look, the rest of the lines are -4 and 4.5.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, the rest of the lines are -4.5 for Green Bay, +4.5 for New Orleans at home. So, yeah. I don't know. They they fucked up on this one. Opening. Maybe that was the opening line because they weren't sure about Aaron Rodgers or not.
Yeah,
right,
because they
Green
weren't
Bay-
sure that he was coming back, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Green Bay. So Miami at New England. This has turned into a -3 for New England at home.
I'm picking the Mac Jones led New England Patriots who won that job over less than the
I'm
quarterback.
going Miami, baby. I like what they're doing over there. I really like it.
So I would if Miami had picked up Deshaun, I would double down on Miami.
Yeah.
But I still think I'm here's the truth. Mac Jones played one season of
Fuller
college.
suspended.
Yeah.
Mm. That's right. I have
And he's the starting quarterback on the New England
Tua
Patriots.
Tagovailoa.
He is not going to do well. Now, I may eat my words. Maybe I'm completely fucking wrong, and he's the second coming of Brady. But what I think is going to happen is he's going to eat shit.
Yeah.
I don't think he won the job. I think Cam Newton
Lost it.
just fucked around and played COVID stupid shit, and I think that I legitimately I don't think that was Belichick's move to bring him in the first place. I think that was something that he did against his own will and was ready to be done with the experiment before it started. I don't think he ever wanted Cam Newton to play for him. None of the things he's ever built an offense to do are Cam Newton's talents. So like it doesn't make sense that he would try to like completely reinvent his offense.
That's like putting a can of sardines in banana pudding. Like
It doesn't make sense. So it doesn't feel like it was a move he made. It feels like a move that management made because they were like, he's a great talent, he's available, let's get him and we'll win a Super Bowl. And I think Belichick was against it from the beginning, and I think he got to get rid of him. But I don't think it's because Mac Jones is ready.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at Miami's now that I'm looking at Miami's rosters, it is a little, but I'm gonna stick with Miami here.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next?
Denver at the Giants. The Giants are Denver's favorite -3 at the Giants.
I'm gonna go with the old horsies, the old ponies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver here too.
I'm gonna
I
go
said a while ago. I pick these games like a girl. I'm gonna go with the ponies. You can't win without a name.
Ooh, LA Rams is a little aggressive. The La Rams.
Oh, they're gonna lose. Their name's dumb.
Mm.
Ooh, I hate the way Chicago
Yeah,
smells.
I'm gonna go tie.
It's such a draw.
Yeah.
Oh, with the Denver and Giants,
Yeah.
they're gonna play to a draw.
Go to a
Okay.
draw. Okay.
I'm down. I like it. All right, Chicago at the Rams. Rams are a -7.5 favorite.
Oh, Chicago smells so bad.
Who's starting for Chicago?
And also too, I mean, we could be playing against the spread here as well. So I don't mind that either. Because something tells me this is gonna be a close game. Also, just something about. I mean, I've watched fucking
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, yeah. Oh, Andy Dalton.
They put Andy's the starter.
Yeah. Justin Fields will play though eventually.
That means that they weren't hot on Justin Fields starting. That doesn't mean that Andy Dalton is like.
They can always go to Nick Foles if they have to.
Hey man, Big Dick Nick. You know that's what they call him in the locker room.
I mean, Big Nick won the Super Bowl.
To the Super Bowl.
Well, hold on. He didn't take.
He played like the 4 of the most important games of the season to get him there.
He did. He did. He won them all. He absolutely did. He also is tied with Peyton Manning for the most touchdowns ever thrown in an NFL game.
Jesus.
I mean, dude, he
threw 7 touchdowns in a game one time.
I had him on my fantasy football team that year.
That's awesome.
Did you? Oh my God. You must have scored like 1,000 points.
It was dumb. Yeah.
Yeah. You won the whole season because of that one.
And you know what? I picked him up. When he got that starting job. Whenever I can't even remember who the fuck he replaced.
Exactly.
I mean, I remember a year where Peyton
might have been Michael Vick actually
and Emmanuel Sanders just eviscerated the league with just ridiculous numbers every game. It was crazy. Man,
I just think it's so wild that a quarterback who's got those kind of stats is a third string quarterback. Like that's so ridiculous. That's
hilarious. Yeah. What have you done lately? Welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, there's a lot of turnover these days. Honey, the world's changing.
He didn't even get to play the season after he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's brutal as fuck.
That is pretty brutal.
It'd be better if they were called the teddy bears. I hear you, Stosh.
Yeah, I don't think I can go with Chicago on this one.
Oh no.
I don't know that
Andy
I can
Dalton?
In Dalton.
I know, he's so bystander.
Hey, but Andy Dalton was there for all those that undefeated first 8 games, right? In Cincinnati, that was him, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's had some good games in Cincinnati, some good years there with AJ. AJ Green.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this up. I think we got a couple more, and then I got to head out. All right. So Chicago, Los Angeles. I'm gonna go Los Angeles here, obviously.
Yeah, same.
And and then last game, Baltimore at Las Vegas. And I'm going to say, because I'm a Raider fan, Las Vegas.
I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah. Fuck Baltimore.
So win your first game in the new city.
Right? It's like the rule.
It's the first game in the
new stadium.
I don't know. Didn't they play last year? I feel like they played last year in the new stadium.
I don't think they played the stadium.
I'm so retarded. I don't remember.
Maybe it's just the first game with an actual crowd.
No, I think LV had a game.
But yeah, I've got Vegas. I've got Vegas for that.
Wow, Vegas is a +6.5.
I love that we're saying I got Vegas for that, and we're talking about football. That sounds cool, man.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's good shit.
+4.5 Vegas. So Baltimore is -4.5 at Las Vegas, and I like Derek Carr. I mean, I like him. I think he's gonna do well. I like Jacob.
Got a good setup around.
Jacobs. Yeah, I like him. I think I'm gonna go Las Vegas here. Las Vegas. I should go to a game. I have to be vaccinated. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm
going to the Jacksonville Houston game.
Saints release Latavius Murray. No biggie, I guess. All right, this is where I end. I got to take off. But thank you guys. This was fun.
Yeah. That's probably a good place to call it. But yeah, we'll say subscribe to the channel. It's in the description on my Yonder Wizard stream. Dave, I have sent you the link that's in the thing if you want to put it in the description on yours. And sub to that channel because all the live streams are going to be coming live from that channel going forward next Tuesday around midnight.
Kind of format together for this.
Yeah.
Like we won't always be just like winging it for 2 hours, but like
right.
Also maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. I'll try to come up with more questions and stuff for you guys to answer. Since you guys know way more. All right. Thank you. Love you guys. I'm taking off.
Good shit. Roll Tide. We'll do the same thing. Later.